Hello, there you go. Hi, everyone. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get started, my friends. We are going to be drawing a Mickey Mouse glow up here, as suggested by you, as by you. So thank you to everybody who's currently on the chat, and I apologize for the technical difficulty earlier because I have not been live in months, literally months. I think the last time was I don't even remember. Was it like March? Last time I was live. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on this Mickey Mouse glow up, and as you can tell, it doesn't look like Mickey Mouse. Yeah, yeah. So thank you to everybody who voted yesterday for me to do a Mickey Mouse glow up. Thank you to everybody who is watching live right now, and I see a lot of you there. Darsh, Henry, Fortune. I think I saw my friend Bob in there. Angel Bob's there. How you doing again, my friend? Good to see you there. Ricky, Risky. How's everyone doing? Please do say hi in the chat. I will see you. But today, for the most part now, I am going to be answering questions today while I'm going ahead and drawing this Mickey Mouse glow up, and he already does not look Mickey Mouse-ish, as you can tell here. But I want to take this opportunity. Whenever I'm live, I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask me questions, because that's why I'm here. As you guys know, I don't really do tutorials. It's not really my thing. I am a teacher, but for some reason, tutorials doesn't really to actually create a tutorial that you can watch over and over again. It's really not my style. So I do like to answer live questions. So if you want to ask me a live question today, I'm actually not taking it from the live chat. If you want to ask me a live question today, go to that post that I posted in the community tab yesterday and put your question in there, and I will answer from there. That is unless someone like actually puts in a super chat, then I will actually answer those immediately. Okay, but I just wanted to start off today's stream by going over what I've been doing recently, because as you guys know, first of all, I'm on my main channel here, and I haven't been streaming on my main channel in years. Usually I have a live stream channel, but I haven't been streaming on this channel. So let me just give you the state of the union on my channel. As you can see, I'm starting to draw on his face here, and as you can tell, it's already not Mickey Mouse. that's the only Mickey Mouse is the actual ears. But let me give you a little bit of state of the union when it comes to my channel itself. My channel had a great run, fantastic run, and a lot of you have been along for the ride in terms of my channel, and I thank you for that. Thank you guys for really being there for me throughout all of it. I think my channel peaked, I would say, I wouldn't even say when I hit 1 million. I think my channel peaked when I think it was like late 2018. I think that was the height of my popularity on this particular channel here. I was I was gaining momentum fast. Those were the times I was gaining like 10,000 subscribers a day back then, and it was quite a great run. Fantastic run. And but I know a lot of you guys here are aspiring YouTubers, and you want to make this your living, and it's fun. If you can make it work, it's absolutely fantastic. It's fun. It's the best job you'll ever have, and I'll tell you why. It's because you are doing things that you absolutely love to do and getting paid for it. Like me, I'm drawing Mickey Mouse here. Not sponsored by Disney, not sponsored by Disney, but I'm already having an absolute blast drawing it with you guys. Okay, but just like anything else, if you think of like actors, and you think of musicians, how many actually do go and have a long career? And we're talking about like 20 years career. Of course, we have the ones that are always in our face. Those A-tier actors. But then you have actors who just come up and they're there for maybe a year if they're lucky, year or two, and then they kind of fizzle out. And I feel YouTube is that way as well. It takes someone really, really special to make this job, this particular job here, a long, long lasting career that spans over 20 years. Now, I know a lot of you guys are very young, and a lot of you guys want to be a full-time YouTuber. And if you can make it there, go for it, because it's fantastic. I have a friend, it's one of my daughter's friends actually. He actually is killing it on YouTube right now. His parents, I won't say who he is, but his parents don't understand, and that's understandable. That's very, very understandable. His parents are Asian, and they're very traditional in that sense. And even though he's making a lot of money on YouTube, you know, they feel that it's not enough to sustain a career. And I told him, you know, if he was my kid, I would tell him, go for it, because you don't know how long this is going to last. You don't know how long. So I would say my channel peaked about a few years ago. 2018, 2019 was pretty good. After my wife passed away last year, it was very hard for me, and I mentioned that. I had all these big plans, and for those of you who saw that live stream, I had all these big plans to, you know, do this whole network and all of this stuff, right? I kind of wanted to do. By the way, I'm going to give Mickey like these magic hands here. All this stuff I wanted to do, like I was going to do this podcast network and all of this, and I hired 3 of my best friends, and I will give them a shout out right now. You guys know my good buddy Mark Michael, my friend Joe, my good buddy Joe, and a guy who's been with me for years, my friend Dr. Masaki. If there's anyone you should subscribe to right now, Dr. Masaki. That kid is a talent, and he's going to go very, very far. And they really helped me, and along with you guys too, they really helped me get through like the toughest time in my life. Because before I hired them, you know, I would actually go down and I would actually just sit at the drawing table, and I would just kind of stare. I would kind of stare at the drawing board for hours, like literally hours. I would just sit there, you know, with the intention of drawing, but not being able to do it. You know, because of course my life situation at that particular time. So when I hired those guys, was the best decision. Maybe not the best financial decision, but it was the best decision to help me kind of move on in that sense. Move on from what you know, from I want, you know, you don't go 100% move on from losing your best friend, but it got me working again. And that was the thing. It gave me purpose. I won't say give purpose. I always have purpose. Like I have my kids. They give me purpose. My children, who also help me. Well, they're probably the number one factor in getting me through everything. But knowing that those guys were there every single day, coming in to the office and being, you know, working together, and they just made every day fun. A lot of fun. And I couldn't thank them more for doing that for me. We had a great end of 2020 in terms of financially, in terms of 2020. And then things just kind of slowly changed in terms of, you know, YouTube monetization, brand deals, and things were not picking up. They just weren't. And that's my fault. Because, you know, ideas are king. And I didn't have ideas that resonated with people, or enough people to keep what we were doing going, unfortunately. So it is what it is. So, you know, I just couldn't afford to pay them anymore after a while. So that's why I needed kind of let them go. So you know, bestest wishes to them. They're all doing great, and I couldn't be happier for all of them. They're all doing new things. So kudos to them. And for me, in terms of the channel, I'm YouTube's changed too, and you might have noticed that YouTube has changed a lot, and that's another reason why I'm doing this particular live stream here on the main channel. As you guys know, I changed, and I believe that was one of the questions that someone asked me, and I'll shout that person out. Someone asked me why did I change the names of the different channels I have, and because I was going to do different things, I decided to, when I was trying to do reactions, and kudos to everyone who does reactions. It's not as easy as it looks, or it's not. Yeah, definitely not as easy as it looks. I thought it was going to be easy. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I thought it was going to be easy, and maybe after time, and again, just like anything else, if I stuck with it, I probably would have done a lot better, just like anything else. But I needed those guys' help on the main channel because we were doing so much. We were trying to revive the main channel. We were doing so much, so I think if we stuck with it, same with the podcast channel. I think if we stuck with it, it would have grew. It would have found its audience. It would have grew. I just needed to give it time. But so I decided I was gonna turn that React channel back into the live channel. That's why I called it Studio. The current live channel, I forgot what I was gonna do. I forgot what I was gonna do with it. But now with the changes in YouTube, and I'm sure you guys have seen. And thank you so much to D Not So Good Artist. Thank you very much for that comment. And again, thank you to everybody who's watching. You might have seen how YouTube has changed. You've seen the tabs now. Where me doing this on the main channel now, it's actually fine. Because, one thing I was worried about was seeing, like, having the live streams mixed up with the regular content, mixed up with the shorts. But now that they're all separated in tabs, I'm like, why am I going to bother separating everything? Why am I ever bothering separating everything into different channels? I'll just keep everything on the same channel. And to be honest with you too, I do have things to do during the day, so I don't. YouTube's not my thing 24/7 anymore. It's but recently I've been waking up a lot early and drawing, and that's why we're doing it at this time. I will tell you guys right now. It's probably more financially. Say viable, is that the word? It would be more lucrative if I did this in the evening. It would be. It makes more sense money wise for me to do these streams in the evening. Let's just say that, because at this time in the morning, I don't expect many, if at all, from the Pacific Coast, the West Coast watching, because it's literally 1:15, or sorry, on the East Coast. Let's say the East Coast, it's 4:15 in the morning right now, my time. It is on the West Coast, it's 1:15. Maybe there's those late watchers. So I am expecting you guys more from an international audience. My friends from India, Handlika is from Indonesia. Hello. My buddy Mario's there. How you doing, Mario? But it's not about that anymore. I will now say that this channel right now, let's call it a hobby. It's a hobby for me now. It's not. Well, I do still make some pretty good income off this channel right now. But as you can see, my views have declined a bit. And also, it's more apparent now. It's more apparent now how subscribers just doesn't matter anymore. It just doesn't. Like, it's still the metric that YouTube uses to give out rewards. I think that's why people really want that metric of subscribers anymore. So, but all of you aspiring YouTubers, it's not about that anymore. It really isn't. Because how many of you, and let me ask the people in the chat here, how many of you actually go to your subscription feed when you're looking for videos? Do you go to your subscription feed, or do you go to your homepage? Can I ask you that? Everyone in the chat watching right now, how many of you actually? Just shout out. Do you watch your videos through the subscription feed, or do you choose your videos through the subscription feed? I can't even say it. Or from the homepage, YouTube homepage. Okay, so a few of you do go to your subscription feed for sure. But I will tell you that the vast majority of people these days, they actually just pick what the homepage recommends them. And today it's all about YouTube recommendation. It's not about what you subscribe to anymore. So you could have, like myself, you could have 1.5 million subscribers, but if you're not recommended, if YouTube, yeah, quite a few for the homepage, right? Even me. You know why too? My subscription feed is littered with shorts now, right? It's littered with shorts. And I'm going to take a few liberties here. Littered with shorts. So I go to the homepage because it recommends me more things I want to watch, and that's what YouTube wants. They want to make sure that you watch what they're going to recommend to you, and that is social media platforms these days. It's not what you subscribe to; it's what the platform will recommend, and you will actually watch. And people don't really watch my content anymore. Let's see, or at least the art game has changed, right? The art game has changed a lot, right? And Comic Book Bob, he said doesn't like shorts here. And once again, thank you to the regulars. Comic Book Bob has been here forever. Good to see you here, my friend. By the way, well, we will get to the pay-per-view on the weekend. But it's really changed. The State of the Union, it's all about the algorithm. It's all about the platform, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, whatever, recommending what they think you will watch. And for the most part, we'll watch what they recommend. And we just go there and we don't even choose anymore. This day and age, we don't even choose anymore what we want to watch. We let the algorithm choose for us. So it's either you're going to play that algorithm game, which I'll be honest, for the last 2 years, I've been trying to play that algorithm game because that's how you blow up. You don't blow up by chance anymore. Or you don't care. And at this point, I'm not going to care anymore. At this point, I'm just going to have some fun with you guys. So whoever here is watching, I'm appreciative of everyone who's watching. Whether you're watching on the live stream now or you're watching the live stream later, I'm very appreciative of you coming here and having some fun with me today. I'm penciling this much tighter than usual. I just noticed that. Oh, by the way, guys, if you hear some sniffling, maybe a little crying, my daughter, she's here. My studio, by the way, right now, I'm in my bedroom now. I moved everything to my bedroom after I closed up shop, as we say, with my friends. And I'm going to start the inking now, guys. Let's go ahead and start the inking now. And I will get to your question shortly, my friends. So, by the way, again, if you want me to answer a question of yours, don't do it in the live chat, okay? And thank you again to everyone in the live chat. Thank you again to everyone in the live chat. But do it in the community post. The community post I put up yesterday, do it there, okay? Do it there. And I will answer those questions in a minute here as I start to ink our friend Mickey. Also, again, forgive if you hear sniffling or a little bit of crying. My daughter is here in my bedroom because I moved everything to my bedroom, and I found once I moved everything to my bedroom, in terms of my drawing, my cameras, and everything, I just started drawing a lot more. I did, so that's why it's here, and it's very easy for me to start the stream. Okay, let's hope I don't leave the stream on while I go to bed over here. There you go. But my daughter's sick. My daughter's not feeling well over the past few days. So if you hear some sniffling, if I might have to leave the stream quickly, it's because my daughter is sick on the side here. But yeah, if you want to ask a question, please do that in that community tab. Okay, and I will get to those in a minute while I finish my thoughts. This is more therapy for me. It's more hanging out with you guys. Just hanging out. We're having a good time here while I'm going ahead and drawing. Oh, my daughter woke up. Drawing this piece here. Okay, so yeah, YouTube's changed a lot. So again, I'm not going to care too much about the algorithm. I'm not going to care too much if this video gets like 1,000 views or 1,000,000 views. It doesn't matter anymore. If it does, fantastic, great. Fantastic. But I'm not going to be anymore as a quote-unquote slave to the algorithm because I don't need to be. Okay? I don't need to be. I did need to be a month ago because I had workers to pay. And that was the thing. Because because I had workers to pay, I couldn't experiment. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't experiment. I couldn't try fun. I couldn't do things that I really, really, really like to do because I had my friends here, and they have mortgages, they have families that they need to take care of. So I needed to try to do my best to try to get to make as much revenue as possible because it's business. And I've never been a businessman. Kudos to you guys who are natural businessmen, right? Kudos to all of you guys who are natural businessmen. I'm just not one of them, right? I am just not one of them. I'm one of those guys. A brand deal comes and they say how, and I'll say how much, and they said this much. I'm like, all right. My wife was the businesswoman. She really was. She knew how to negotiate. She always did, and I was really, really never that great at it. I wish I was. I wish I was, but there's just people who are just naturally more inclined to do that. I would say naturally, they were brought up that way. Like my father-in-law, wonderful guy. He again, great, 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 great at negotiating, which is why probably my wife got it. So, but now that my friends don't work for me anymore, I have the freedom. I got the freedom now to do whatever I want on this channel now. So what you're gonna see going forward? You're gonna see me doing a lot of things. You're gonna see me doing stuff like this because I like doing it. It's fun. I will admit though, there are things that you probably won't see me doing anymore. Okay, you won't. For now, I'm probably not gonna do, and I know a lot of you are not gonna like to hear this, but I probably won't be doing mashups for a bit. I think I'm mashed up out. I'll admit, I'm a bit mashed up out because we've been doing so much mashups. Because I'll admit, they got views, right? They got the views, and for the most part, brand deals, that's what they wanted me to do a lot was the mashups, and I just kind of got burned out of them. I'm not saying I'm never going to do them again, but it's just something that I I kind of don't want to do at this point. I just want to have fun. I just want to have more fun. And not saying mashups weren't fun. They are. They are a lot of fun. But for me, I mashed up out. So it'll probably be a while before you see me do another mashup again. Drawing 1,000 characters in a drawing, even though that definitely gets more views. Definitely gets more views. And to be honest too, I started doing those like weekly, and you might have seen that. I started doing those weekly, and even those start to fade off a bit, and that's hard because it's so much work to do those kind of drawings, as you could imagine. Like you talk about hours upon hours of work, and they don't get the views, right? And again, that leads down to I have to pay my guys. I gotta do it. Even the VFX videos, as you see, we did these. We call them like the 2 last ditch effort videos. We had 2 last ditch effort videos out there. The Minecraft and the Spider-Man, those were like our 2 last ditch videos to try to make this work. It was, and as we were doing them, I lost all the brand deals I had, and I think the economy that was a big part in why a lot of those brand deals pulled out. And then I was like, guys, I better end this so that you have time to find another job. I told them that. So I gave him a lot of time to find some more work. So that Minecraft video where I drew on a billboard, or supposedly, put my artwork on a billboard. Whenever I do a VFX videos, guys, when I do a VFX videos, when I do, that, for example, that Keanu Reeves video that I did, and thank you to everybody who watched that particular video, which I did not do well. And to be honest, I think that's why that brand deal pulled out, because I think the expectations were high for that particular video there, but it just didn't do well enough, unfortunately. So they actually pulled out. We had a long-term deal. Well, I won't say long-term, like a few videos, and they kind of pulled out after the performance of that video, and that's just how it is, and that's fine. That's fine. It's their right. But also economically, because the video kind of tanked, right? But you guys don't know that the video like that, the videos where I have a lot of VFX, those videos cost me thousands of dollars. They're not cheap. They're definitely not cheap. And the wonderful artists, Dr. Masaki, and all of them, they, I pay them very fairly. Let's just say that I pay them very, very well for their services because they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it for the amount of service they give me. Um, what would take myself to do something like that? That would take me months upon months. Where it take my buddy Dr. Masaki like a fraction of the time to do. So that's what you pay for. But it's just unfortunate that it didn't work out as well as I would have liked it to. And that was just kind of final nail in the coffin. So don't expect videos like that anymore, mainly because of the cost, right? And the time it takes to do those things. It's not about that anymore. It's about me, us, you and me having fun. That's what it's going to be about from here on out, okay? That's what it's going to be about here on out. And that's the fun part. That is the fun part, okay? Let's see here. A huge congratulations to the Nuke 6 Gaming. You got married 22nd last month. Congratulations. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Enjoy every moment, my friend. Enjoy every single moment with your family. Okay? Take it from a guy who knows. Okay? Enjoy every single moment. And, don't sweat the little things. You're gonna face a lot of marriage is one of those things, right? You face a lot, and you're gonna go through a lot together, and you have to make a lot of decisions together. But at the end of the day, you have each other. So congratulations, my friend. I wish you guys a long, happy marriage. Okay, but so that's what this is about. Now, what do I like to do now? All right. I like doing toys. Okay, I bought a lot of toys. I will admit, I bought a ton of toys because I want to kind of draw them because they look cool and I want to draw them. So actually, before we start doing this live stream, I think I drew a good, which is why I did those little videos past couple days. I'll admit, I will 100% admit to you, the last two videos that you saw me do, those were a bit algorithm friendly. Okay, those were on the algorithm friendly side because right now alphabet lore is all the rage in the art community. There's a lot of great new artists out there. I'm finding new artists out there. It's very interesting the artist YouTube landscape right now. Now, one great thing I'm seeing is a lot of comic book professionals are now really going all in on YouTube, which is great to see. I'm glad they weren't around when I started because they would have blew me out of the water. Let's just say at the time. I'm so happy I started early. I literally started 10 years ago, right? Literally started 10 years ago. But it's great seeing all of these artists. Artists have been following for years upon years that are getting into the YouTube game now, and it's very inspiring to see them there. Also, there's a lot of great young YouTube artists coming up here. Like we've been doing some research about that. The YouTubers that are around now, and they are doing an amazing job. Like it's those, especially those that are coming from TikTok. There are a bunch that are coming from TikTok right now that are doing fantastic stuff. And I know it was really hard for them to get the YouTube started, but now the YouTube algorithm is very shorts friendly now. That now they have a chance. Now they have a chance. They deserve it. They built starting to build a really great audience. A lot of these young kids that are coming up on the art side, because you see the style now, right? You see the style that these guys are doing when it comes to their art. It's the close-ups of the hand, real time, quick cuts type thing. That's what they do now. That is the style. By the way, before I didn't even tell you which Mickey Mouse I'm drawing here. You might, some of you might realize it, and I'm gonna ask in the chat. Do you know which Mickey Mouse I'm drawing here? Do you know which Mickey Mouse I'm drawing here? Let me ask the chat if anyone could tell which Mickey Mouse I'm drawing here, right? But you know, I'm drawing a specific one. I'm not just drawing Mickey. I'm just drawing. There's a specific Mickey I'm drawing here. Let's see if anyone recognizes it. No, no clue. The magician one. That's a good guess. There is a game. There is a particular game. So this is not sponsored, guys. This is not sponsored. There is a game called Disney Mirrorverse. Have you guys heard of this? Disney Mirrorverse, where they reimagine Disney characters. Okay, and in this version, Mickey is a sorcerer. So today, I'm hoping to draw. Let's see, it's 4:30. I'm hoping to draw 3 characters today, and actually, this will come into 3 different streams. So actually, like looking at it right now, I'll probably answer 1 or 2 questions, but the bulk of the questions I'll be answering in the next stream. Now, if you've been following my live streams, what I like to do is I like to separate the streams by character and even by subject matter sometimes. And that just kind of helps me, you know, organize things. All right. So if you guys check out Mirrorverse, and one thing I love is that Todd McFarlane, if you guys don't know, creator of Spawn, his company, McFarlane Toys, they do these amazing sculpts of this particular character here. So I am taking one little bit of liberty here because I wanted those iconic Mickey Mouse buttons in here. So that's the only liberty I'm taking, is that I'm adding like a little extra here just so I can add those particular buttons there. So the Not So Good Artist says YouTube really helps me as an artist, and your videos are the one of the reasons I started making this. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that. And a lot of you have, you know, gave me the same sentiment, and that does mean more to me than you'll ever know. So thank you guys for that. So hopefully this little morning inspiration, I'm going to see how long I can stream in the morning. You know, like usually I start something like this, and then I say, I'm going to be doing this every day for a year, and then, you know, I'll do like 2 days and I'll stop. But we'll see. Okay, I'm going to try to make this a little bit more regular. Now that I don't care. Now I don't care about the algorithm. I just care about you guys and you guys watching. So for you guys, okay, you guys want to be a part of my videos. You guys want to be a part of the live stream, okay? I'm going to give you a task here. One fun thing I did. Some of you were, I did have a post a few weeks ago. I put a character of a dude with a cyborg arm, and I asked you guys who that was. Okay? I won't tell you specifically where I got this from. Not yet. You'll find out when the video comes out, maybe next week. But what that was is I was drawing somebody's Lego design. Okay? So they built a character in Lego. And I thought it looked really cool. So I drew it in a Marvel style. So I'm going to ask you guys this. If you guys want to be a part of my videos, one thing I would like to do, I want you guys to either create for me a character using Lego or create a skin in Minecraft. Okay? Customize a Minecraft character, and then I would take that and I'm going to actually draw that in my style. Okay? So it's kind of like you know, I kind of feel like this is like an offshoot of when my kids, you know, when I used to draw my kids drawing. Now the problem is now my kids are older now. Like my son, he's a teenager now, so it's not cute anymore when I draw his drawings. And to be honest, he kind of lost interest in drawing. He's more into the video games now, which is great. But so we could either do a couple things. I could draw maybe you know maybe even down the line, maybe I will do your OCs. Maybe. Okay, but not yet. Don't do those yet. What I would like you to do is either create something in Lego, and I will draw it, or create a skin in Minecraft. Create a skin in Minecraft, and I will interpret it, okay? And draw it in a Marvel style, as we say, okay? So if you want to if you want to give that a try, you want to be in my video, by all means, let's do it. We'll do it. I'll even draw it live. There'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Okay, so you can see it just cross-hatching. Now look, okay. Didn't miss a couple of details here on the thing here. So that's gonna be the fun part. Oops, I gotta record it. Fix my cameras here. One second. So if you would like to join in that way, and I will mention this again a little bit later on, by all means, let's go for it. Okay, so that pretty much is it. That's pretty much it. I will be doing shorts as well. Mainly because the opportunity's there for shorts, and it's as long as it doesn't take me too much time. I don't mind doing a short here and there, but it won't be anything too fancy. Like I see sometimes the work people are putting in these shorts, and then you have those who put in no work at all, takes like millions of views. But then you have those guys that like really go for it and do them like these really highly edited videos, and that scares me sometimes because I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do those highly edited shorts videos. So again, guys, from now on and here on out, this channel is all about us having fun, not worrying about an algorithm, just drawing, not worrying if some like millions of people watch it. It's just us having fun. God willing, every single morning, So, yeah. And whoever wants to be around for the ride, by all means, okay. So, so that's it in terms of the State of the Union for this particular channel. Hopefully, you guys will stick around for the ride and have a lot of fun with me. But why don't we go ahead and we're gonna actually go ahead and answer some questions here. Okay, so let me go here to YouTube, and I'm gonna go answer quite a few questions here. Oops, if I could see the questions here. Give me a second here. Let's go to my channel. I'm gonna go to the community tab. So again, if you want to ask a question, go to the community tab and go to that post where I say ask your questions, okay? Okay, so let's go here. And I'm going to go by, I want to go by oldest first, but you know one thing about the new YouTube, they don't make you go by oldest, okay? So if you ask a question here, if it's a relevant question, and when I say relevant question, again, also here, I will let you guys know, I'm not going to be talking anything controversial, as we would say. This is not the place for that. I mean, I'm not going to talk politics. This is not the place for that. There are plenty of places if you guys want to talk that. There are plenty of places for you to go. This is a safe place for everybody, okay? No matter who you are, no matter what you do, this is a safe place for you to come and just hang out and draw. This is the new virtual studio, as we say. The new virtual studio. While I'm here talking, yapping away, by all means, feel free to talk, okay? So I'm not going to answer anything political. I'm not going to answer anything controversial, okay? If there's any YouTube drama, as we say, I'm not going to comment on anything like that. But I will. If you have a question about art, if you have a question, my opinion about movies, by all means. By the way, if you haven't seen that video where a huge thank you to Warner Brothers. They allowed me to go to it's not a premiere, but I got to see The Rock in person. If you guys saw that particular video, and again, guys, they did not promise that I would be able to speak with The Rock. They never promised that. In fact, they highly said, no, that's not going to happen. They outright said, because I outright asked, can I speak to The Rock? Will you let me talk to him? I want to give him a 100-hour drawing. I'll make a brand new 100-hour drawing. And they're like, nah. They're like, no way. So thank you to Warner Brothers for letting me even go to that event. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, let's get to your particular questions here. So let's go to first question. From Daniel, Batman is cool. What made you start drawing? A very common question I get. I know a lot of you know the answers to that, but the real answer is I don't know. I really don't know. I guess I love cartoons, and I just started drawing those cartoons. Now, again, one good thing about not caring anymore about the algorithm is now maybe I'll be able to get to draw some of those cartoons now and introduce them to a whole new generation of kids that haven't even heard of these cartoons or have seen like the 2020 interpretation of those cartoons. So I'm gonna ask people in the chat here, what are your favorite cartoons? Let me ask you that. What's your favorite cartoons? So when I was growing up, me personally, I think a lot of kids, my generation, I am Gen Z. I was gonna say I was Gen Z. I wish. I was Gen Z, or maybe I don't wish. No, I wish. You know, they always say they ask a millionaire when they were 22, what do they wish for? And they wish to be a millionaire. And then they ask a millionaire, what do they wish for? They wish to be 22. They would give away their million to be 22, right? And it's just such a contrast, right? It's like you get the million, but now you're old, and now you wish, oh, I'd give away my million just so I could be 22 again. So those of you who are 22, enjoy it, enjoy it. But when I was a kid, of course, naturally, just like my friend Reese. Oh, my buddy Reese is here. How you doing, Reese? Who is a fantastic Transformers artist, and it's good to see you here, buddy. Love it, love Transformers. Even more so Transformers. I loved GoBots when I was younger. We had this Transformers knockoff. It was called GoBots. If you guys remember. Now, my mom would always get me the GoBots toys just because they were cheaper. They were much cheaper, the GoBots toys, than the regular toys. So, than the regular Transformers. Well, it depends. The Transformers. They did have the smaller ones like Bumblebee and stuff. Those were on the relatively cheaper side. But for the most part, my parents would get me GoBots. Leader One, Scooter, Cyclo, like all those guys. I would love to do a GoBots piece. I'll be honest with you, one of these days, and introduce this generation to what GoBots were. I loved GoBots growing up, but that was definitely one. The common things from people my age: Thundercats, Silverhawks. I wasn't too much of a GI Joe fan. I had a buddy who had all the GI Joes. So jealous of him, but I would only watch GI Joe if Sergeant Slaughter was on there. Sergeant Slaughter, also a WWE wrestler, WWF wrestler, back in the day. What Silverhawks was great. Love Silverhawks. So I did do a Silverhawks drawing on this channel a long, long time ago, and that was a lot of fun. I just realized that I'm wondering if I should give Mickey 3 fingers or 4. Can I ask the chat? Should I give Mickey 3 fingers or 4? 3 fingers or 4. But yeah, definitely those type of cartoons and Super Friends. Also, I mentioned this before: Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I used to watch that a lot. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So his amazing friends at that time were Firestar and Iceman. Those were his amazing friends. I believe they have one now. They have a new one, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, but it's all like the Spider-Verse characters now. But back then, it was Firestorm and Iceman. Those were his two friends. Or sorry, not Firestorm, Firestar. Forgive me. Firestorm is a DC character. Firestar. 2 or 3 fingers, my friends. Or sorry, 20 fingers. 4 or 5 fingers. 4 or 5 fingers. So say there's 3, which really means 4. Yeah. 4 or 5. Yeah. So that's what actually got me started drawing, because I thought the characters were very, very cool. I thought they were extremely cool. Extremely cool. And so that's why I started drawing, and I was just drawing ever since. Drawing on everything when I was a kid. Most of it, like cookbook. I remember the cookbook. That was the only drawing I had when I was a kid. And I believe that was another question someone had about what I think that was a newer question. Let me just see who asked that. Where is it? Someone asked, maybe it was on Instagram. Somebody asked, will I do old versus new art again? Probably not, because I don't have a lot of old art. I don't have much. And believe it or not, like I do have like things that are from the early 2000s, my art. But believe it or not, I really don't feel I improved that much. Now, I definitely improved in terms of computer coloring. I definitely improved more when it comes to my coloring ability. I definitely improved more when it comes to my inking ability because I didn't ink at all in the early 2000s because you didn't have to. That's why we had inkers. That's why we have guys like my good friend Richard Friend, good friend, everyone's friend, Richard Friend. Uh, Probably my favorite, my absolute favorite inker to work with, Richard Friend. By the way, go subscribe to his channel. He's been doing it for a long, long, long time. And if you're a fan of comic books, he is definitely a fun guy to watch. But my inking definitely got better. But in terms of my actual art itself, I really feel like if in the actual line quality and all that stuff, I really feel I haven't improved that much. Again, that could just be me being, you know, uh, quote unquote art perfectionist in that sense. But maybe that's just me. So one more time, 4 or 5, 4 or 5. A lot of people are saying 5. Okay, I'll give them 5. Give them something to talk about in the comments. 5 fingers. If you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. You want 5 fingers or not? There you go. You're doing 5 fingers. It's magic. He grew himself an extra finger. He grew himself an extra finger, this Mickey. So that's what got me started. That's what got me started. Yeah, and it's one of those things too where when you're better at something than everyone else in your school, that gives you a lot of confidence, definitely. So when I realized that my art was better than a lot of kids at school, I won't say better than everyone, because there were a couple of really great artists back then. From what I remember, of course. Even through my high school years, there were some really, really great artists back then. But when you're really good at something, it gives you encouragement to pursue it and keep going. That's why it's hard when you feel like your artwork's not good enough to kind of continue. I could totally see that because you don't really have that motivation or validation that your art is good enough to continue. So I could see that issue with some people. They have a hard time with that. So yeah, that answers that question. Okay. Uh, Obanium says you're an amazing artist. So thank you very much. I'm not I'm still learning. Even at my age, my advanced age, I am still learning. Oh, it looks like my daughter went to went to her bedroom. She slept here because she was feeling really sick. Mario, my buddy Mario, who's in the chat, I'm going to answer your question right now, my friend. He's asked, what can make me a better artist besides practicing? Okay, so a couple things I could say to that. Number one, let's go to the obvious one. Number one, you could read art books. Okay, number two, you could watch YouTube videos and see what other people are doing. I get this a lot too when it comes to like courses you should take in terms of trying to get better your art. The better your eye can see, because at the end of the day, what is an artist? We are trying to interpret the world around us. We are trying to, give our interpretation of life and putting it on paper, and hoping that people will like what we're doing. Okay, so if you're saying a better artist, and I'm assuming you mean like a visual artist there, study muscles, right? So to be honest, and I believe Mario's into this, if you watch a lot of bodybuilding, it depends on your hobbies. Like bodybuilding can help because you learn musculature, you learn the way muscles work, how they contract, how they flex, how they would look at ease, right? How they would look, how would they look when they're not being flexed? You know those things, and in your mind, you know when things look right or wrong. So it's a subconscious thing. It's a very subconscious thing, like where you will look at your drawing, you know something's off because you study those things so much that you understand what they should look like. So that's why even like doing photography, I always say, guys, if you are a photographer, if you learn the art of photography, first of all, if you want to be a YouTuber, that will help a lot. If you know photography, that would actually help you a lot in your YouTube journey, I would say. And and you learn how to look at things. You learn how to look at life, and you understand how they look, and that will definitely help your art. So those are the two main things. Because I know Mario's into bodybuilding. I said yes, bodybuilding actually helps you a lot. But if you're not a bodybuilder, do photography. Photography. That's a great hobby to have as an artist. Because again, anything that helps you understand life more, that's what I would say you should do, right? Let's see here. He's big on bodybuilding. By the way, I started carnivore again. I've done it a couple times, but the first time I did carnivore diet. For those of you who don't know, a carnivore diet. A little off topic here since I'm actually into it now. I don't recommend it to everybody, but I've been on so many diets over the years that an elimination diet is is something I prefer. I prefer elimination diets over what's it called restrictions. And when I say restrictions, like food portioning, food portioning. Don't restrict how much I eat. You can take away things I want to eat, but don't restrict how much I can eat them. So I started carnivore again. Last time I did carnivore, I lost a good 20 pounds or so. But this time I'm doing it right. I'm having a lot more organ meat, so a lot more liver. I'm the new liver king. I'm the artist liver king. There, guys. So just off track, just something I'm doing right now. I'll let you know. But I do notice that I have a ton more energy by going on this type of diet. But again, I don't, and I know a lot of my friends here are from India, so hopefully I'm not offending a lot of my friends here. Apologize for that. So just doing that. Okay, but just wanted to mention that. So just going ahead and drawing this belt here. So yeah, so that is my answer. So thank you very much, Mario. TASM, tell us what your opinion about other YouTubers and how and where did you learn drawing? I will say that I have recently been in contact with a lot of my friends on a little bit more of a consistent basis. My friends. Oh my gosh, it's early morning. It's early morning. I met Mariah Elizabeth online for the first time. She's amazing. She's amazing, doing wonderful things. My friend Sarah Clark. Sorry, I'm emerging here. Yeah, she was doing amazing things. You might have seen her in Jazz's videos. Sarah Renee Clark. She's doing amazing things, and all these guys they're amazing business people. That's what I wish I was. An amazing, but I am not. I am not an amazing business person. But my friend ADC, we've been in contact a lot recently, and of course my friends Chloe and Jazza, of course, and Ray. Always love what they're doing, but at the same time, like I'm looking at all these new guys coming up, like Julia. She's doing amazing things. Like there's a lot of these younger guys they're coming, and that's expected. Like every time they have a new generation, it feels like it changes every year. Like one guy I watch a lot now, but it's mostly shorts, is Nash Vibes Art. Nash Vibes Art. I'm not sure if you guys see that guy. He's mostly known as a short guy, but he's killing it. He's killing it right now. Of course, D Not So Good Artist that's here is doing a fantastic job. Been watching your stuff quite a bit. A lot of the anime stuff. I probably will try to do some One Piece stuff later on this week. Actually, any fans of Warhammer here? I might be doing a Warhammer piece later this week. It'll be a lot of fun. I wanted to do a Warhammer piece. Again, that's one of those that if I was trying to be algorithm friendly, probably I shouldn't be doing. But I don't care. I wanted to draw. I want to draw a Warhammer piece. That'll be fun. Okay, so it's been a little bit longer. I wanted to just spend an hour on this piece here, and we're getting there. I'll probably spend about an hour and a half on this, and then we're gonna try something new. Okay, so yeah. Comic Book Bob says Jazz is doing what you're doing, going back to what it used to do. Yeah. Because again, I think we're just tired of being a slave to the algorithm. I don't want to be a slave to the algorithm anymore. So, and where I learned drawing again. I told you how I got inspired for drawing, but learning drawing, again, a lot of it was self-taught. I do give a big shout out to my teachers in high school. Yeah, in high school, yeah. My favorite teacher, his name is Mr. Pegler. Mr. Pegler, one of my favorite teachers. Great guy, great guy. Really encouraged me. Like he was my art teacher throughout high school. Wonderful guy. And you know, we got along great. To be honest, I don't even know if he's alive now. I don't. He was definitely on the older side when I was in high school, and when I was in high school, this is early '90s, guys. Early '90s. Your boy's an old man. I want to keep the. I'm at the age where I'm fine with you guys calling me uncle. A lot of you guys are kids, right? So it's like I want to be the uncle, the cool uncle. That's what I want to be. I want to be the cool uncle now, right? I'm at that age where I'm totally fine being the cool uncle now. Yeah, Mr. Pegler, he taught me a lot. Okay, and then I went to college. When I went to college, um, I'll be honest, I forgot most of my teachers' name in college. I forgot, like I remember their face. I'm horrible with names. Um, but I took technical illustration. A lot of you guys know this already. I took technical illustration in college. And let me just move this up so you can see what I'm doing here. I took technical illustration in college, and that again is because I almost failed interpretive illustration in college. Did I tell you guys that story? I'm not sure if I told you guys that story. Let me tell you that story quickly. And while I try to focus my camera here, 1 second, I'm gonna try to focus one of my cameras here. Let me tell you that story. You guys know in interpretive illustration, it means like, for example, we had to do things like, everyone's favorite. Oh, red means you're angry, right? And yellow means you have to go to the bathroom. I don't know, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Oh, this picture of this sun means the world is crumbling, and stuff like that. That was that class. And there was two routes you could go when you take illustration in this particular course anyway, in college. You could either go the interpretive route or the technical route. Now, they said if you wanted to draw comic books at the time, which is what I wanted to do, if you wanted to draw comic books, you should go interpretive. That's what they told me, because interpretive, that's where you have the life drawing, more the storytelling stuff. So they encouraged, if you wanted to do comic books, that you go that route. However, part of it was this class called interpretive illustration. It's what the program was all about. So, so I will admit I was about to fail that class, and that was a prerequisite to go into the next year. Okay, so this is my first year in college. I was about to fail, but my teacher. It's funny how I remember that teacher's name. It's funny how I remember that teacher's name. His name's Joe Morse. I'm gonna say it just because I remember. I forgot everyone else's name, but I believe he's still the director there at Sheridan College now. So if anyone's going to Sheridan College, Joe Morse, tell him I failed his class, but was still able to be in comic books. So take that, Joe. No, he was a good teacher. But he gave me the option. He said, "Look, I could fail you. Or if you say you're going to interpret or going to technical illustration, I'll give you a D. You'll pass with a D." And I'm like, I guess I'm going interpretive. That's what, or I guess going technical. That's what I said. So I decided to go technical illustration. Now that was a blessing in disguise. That was before I went into college. I could draw humans pretty well, but I could not draw a building to save my life. I could not draw a car to save my life back then, right? I tried to copy it, but I did not know the fundamentals of how to draw those things. I could not ink, and I still couldn't for a while. But the skills that I learned in in technical illustration, forgive me, I keep confusing my illustrations here. The skills that I learned actually helped me become a comic book artist. In that my first job in comic books, a lot of you guys know, I worked for a company called Dreamwave. We were doing books like they were called Warlands, Dark Minds, but then we got the Transformers license, and I was just built to draw Transformers at that time because of my technical illustration background. I couldn't draw humans that well anymore, but I drew buildings really well. I drew cars really well, and that got me the gig to draw Transformers. Now, the same program, my buddy Alex Milne. If you, for those of you who are comic fans, I'm sure Comic Bob knows my buddy Alex Milne, who's a prolific Transformers artist. He took the same program as I did, and he'll remember all the teachers. He'll remember all the teachers. I don't remember all the teachers, but that, you know, got me along my way further than I truly believe, further than if I were just to have stayed in interpretive illustration. I think it was the way better way to go. Way better. So that's what we're doing. Mario asks, have I seen Black? Did I like Black Adam? Did I like it? I thought it was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, sometimes you don't want a complicated story. Let me say, if you're going there for like this really complicated story, you know, with character development, all that, probably not for you. Okay, probably not for you. But I enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself in that movie. It was a lot of fun. I highly enjoyed that movie. I understand when I see the critics not liking that movie. I understand. I'll be honest. I totally understand why. I totally understand why. But me myself, I would much rather watch that movie. Give that movie to me any day of the week, just to put it on and have some. It's like a '90s action movie. That's what it felt like to me. A '90s action movie. That's exactly what it felt like to me, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So. Not to each his own. If people didn't like it, if you didn't like that movie, that's great. You know, that's you know. I always hate it when people say that you have to think the same way they do when it comes to like entertainment. If I didn't enjoy it, I didn't enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, you didn't enjoy it, and that's okay. That's totally fine. You're not wrong because that's how you felt, right? Not like you should have felt this way. It's just like my art, to be honest with you. Just like my art, I could say that you should like his art or you should like James's art. Well, I don't like that art style. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Like some people prefer a more anime style art. Like maybe my friend there, D, not so good artist, completely different style of art, but he does amazing art. I love D not so good artist's artwork. Fantastic work, my friend. Doing some great things. So I went off tangent. So yeah, Black Adam. All right, it was good. I highly enjoyed it. If you want to just have a couple hours of just having a lot of fun, that's definitely a movie that I like. Okay, so I'm just trying to finish this off. I think I went a bit longer than I wanted to on this particular drawing, but again, it's one of those things where it's bigger, so I don't mind. A little bit bigger. Okay, so. Let's see here. Let's see what's the next question here. Let me go. Abalash Abraham says, when will you be live streaming Darkseid and Doomsday? Maybe one day. Wish to draw like you, and you will, my friend. You're going to draw better than me. You won't draw like me. You're going to draw better than me. One day, my friend. One day. Oh, you might even be there now. I haven't seen your art. Maybe you're better than me already. For all I know. Please bring back more of your live streams. Okay, you got it. And that's the hope. I'm hoping to live stream longer. I have longer term goals with the live stream, but I know life gets in the way, and I made empty promises many times. I want to see if I could actually do this more on a regular basis. So tutorials, though, it's not that I understand a lot of you guys want tutorials. But this new, I won't even say new era. I always say new era. This time around, I just want to do what's fun for me. And this is kind of tutorial, kind of in that sense, where you're watching me draw this live. You're watching me draw this in real time. And hopefully you can learn a few things from it. So if you have any questions about why I do things, by all means, ask. By all means, ask. And that's all good, okay? So in terms of Vandana's question, will you make a free class in drawing like you? It'll be 3 parts, drawing, inking, and coloring. I actually have a few of those on my channel already. I did those a long time ago, so you guys could definitely go and take a look at those anytime you want. So I have a few of those. Will I make any new ones? Probably not. Probably not. But definitely, um, definitely check out my older ones. Let's see here. Blade Runner says you should do Marvel DC theatrical release posters. That'd be nice to see. Now, when you talk about it officially, it's nice to say. Hard to get in. Hard to get. Now, for some of you who are new, you haven't seen those murals that I did for Marvel. Wonderful experience. Wonderful experience. To be honest, too, I probably had a better experience working on those because they literally gave me the freedom to do whatever I want. Now, also because they labeled it not as official art, they labeled it more as a fan art. So I got to do, because they labeled it as fan art, I got away with let's say I didn't have to go through the restrictions that an official poster artist would have worked. So those weren't distributed. Those artwork, they weren't distributed. But like those official artists, they have to go through so much stuff. Like those who do actual movie posters, they have to go through so much stuff in terms of getting their stuff approved. There's so many hoops that I won't really talk about here. Like, I'm not my buddy Paul Shipper. If you haven't seen that interview I did with Paul Shipper, it's actually pretty fantastic. Paul Shipper is my hero. It's I call him the modern day. Everyone calls him the modern day Drew Struzan because he pretty much is. I'll call him the modern day Paul Shipper. Like he's a legend in the movie poster business, and he does wonderful things. Every piece that he puts out, I'm at awe with. I absolutely love his work, and do follow him, Paul Shipper. He's amazing. But he'll tell you the types of stuff that he has to go through, and go check that interview if you ever want to be a movie poster artist. But again, if I do so, it'll be on my own time, and it will be for fun. It will be for fun. But lately, I'll be honest too. In terms of trying to get views and all that, Marvel is definitely not what it used to be. Definitely not what it used to be in terms of drawing Marvel stuff. Marvel has, depending on your opinion on the new stuff, your opinion on, of course, do not so good artists. I watch your channel all the time. Depending on how you feel about the new stuff, you can like it, you could hate it, and again, however you feel, you're right, because that's how you feel about all that stuff. But it's definitely not as hot as it was in 2019, 2018, during the Endgame time. And how could it be? That's the peak of the Marvel fandom. Now, it's not what it used to be. It's definitely not. And I think that's one of the reasons my channel hasn't done as well as I would have liked it to, because, the fact that a lot of those franchises aren't what they used to be. So it is what it is, And again, I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. So that's why I'm not going to care too much about doing that kind of stuff anymore. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to draw what I want to draw, like this Mickey Mouse thing, right? Like this Mickey Mouse thing. I'm going to draw what I want to draw. That's fun. That is fun. So, somebody didn't put a super chat. Oh, Mario, you didn't have to do that. You threw in a super chat. Thank you, my brother. Super chat to my favorite comic book style artist. Thank you, my brother. Love you, man. Thank you so much, Mario. You're the best. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. So, I'm coming to the end of this particular drawing here, a little bit later than I wanted it to be. But what we're going to do when I finish, and again, give me like 10 minutes. I'll probably need 10 minutes to finish this off. But what we're probably going to do, I'm probably going to start a new stream. And we did this when I was live before. It just kind of helps me put everything together. So I'm going to start a new stream. By the way, let me know if the music turns off, guys. If the music turns off, because I can't hear the music. Is the music still on? Oh, music's off. Oh, it was off for a long time. I wanted to keep the music on. My apologies, guys. I think when I change... I wanted the music on the whole time. Oh, it was off the whole time. That's okay. I'm just talking anyway. Whatever. I was going to have the music playing the whole time. But, you could just hear me yap for the most part. But what I've been doing on the live channel before is I would actually separate when I draw something new. Okay. So I will get to more of your questions as soon as I finish this Mickey here. And I'll even answer a couple more questions here while I, get ready to do this. This marker is almost done, by the way. This perma opaque marker, almost done. So let's answer another question. Brady says, "Will you draw more Transformers? Would love to see an Avengers Endgame wallpaper style of the Transformers G1." I buy that off the bat. Thank you very much, my friend. You'll definitely see more Transformers here. I just ordered a buddy of mine. He's my brother-in-law. Hey, of course he's my buddy. My brother-in-law. He got for me. In Transformers, I believe it was the third Transformers movie. Maybe you guys can help me remember. But where Jetfire and Optimus Prime combined? He got me that toy. Okay, I got a statue of that. And I'm super excited. It's going to be coming in a few weeks. When I get it, I'm definitely drawing that, guys. We're definitely going to draw that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So, again, talking about things that, that not necessarily I would have done a few months ago because it just doesn't get views. Now I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go because I want to have some fun and draw that. So I'm super excited to build that. First of all, we'll build that here. I'll build that with you guys on the channel. We'll build it together. We'll put it together here. And then we'll go ahead and draw it afterwards. So I'm going to take my eraser here. Just take my ugly eraser here. Look at the ugly eraser here, my friends. Ugly eraser. Will I review that statue? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do it live. It'll be a lot of fun live. I've been buying a lot of toys, guys. I've been buying a lot of toys recently. So, and I'd love to draw them. And I'd love to draw them again. So, and again, you'll see some of those videos coming out. Like, for example, this week, I do have this Black Panther Lego toy that I bought. Nothing fancy. It only cost me like $13. But it's like this Lego mech. So I drew it in my style. This Black Panther mech. It's really, really cool. So hopefully there will actually be the next video out on this channel later this week. So that will be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys will see that. So let me just go ahead and draw the extra bits here. How big is the statue? I'm not sure. I think it's pretty big from what I understand. It better be. I spent a lot of money on it. I spent a lot of money. Now, it's not XM Studios style big. And XM Studios, please, send me more. Please, send me more statues. If we could get this to work, guys, I'd definitely buy more toys. And we could open those up. Because I always love toys. It's one of those things when you're younger. And, you usually don't have a lot of money when you're younger unless your family's well off. And, you always wanted these things. And now I can afford a few toys here and there. Not every toy, but a few toys here and there. Like at Toys R Us the other day, I saw this really great like Batman mech. It's like a preschool toy, but it's like this Batman mech. And I'm like, man, I want to draw that. And a lot of what we're doing now, it's a lot of me going, man, I want to draw that. Just because it's fun. Times it 516. Okay. All right. So let me just do one more thing here, guys. Again, not the cleanest drawing here. So we are about to, again, if you want me to answer your question, guys, the chat is probably not the best place to do it. I only see that so often because it's on the side. But if you want to actually ask me a question, is it Armada's 20th anniversary? 2022. No, I believe maybe the show, but I believe my issue of Armada came out when we're talking about Transformers Armada. For those of you who don't know, I started my career as a comic book artist. That was the very first comic book I actually drew, Transformers Armada. Was that 2022? That was 2022, wasn't it? Okay, I take that back. I apologize. That's right, 2023. Yeah. No, 2023. I was working on Tokyo Storm Morning. Yes, you were right. It's the 20th anniversary. That's right. I should have did something when that, because the actual anniversary for my comic book was in May. I should have done something for it. I should have done something. I didn't even realize. It's one of those things you don't realize, you know? Is it the 30th anniversary of Transformers this year? Or is that Power Rangers? Oh, no, it's not 30th anniversary of Transformers. It's got to be older than that. It's 30th anniversary of Power Rangers soon. And I'll definitely be drawing some Power Rangers. Love me some Power Rangers, guys. Love me some Power Rangers. Okay, I just want to check one more detail for this part here. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there, almost there. Have you got the Optimus Prime that can transform, move, and talk? I wish I was doing that well. I could buy that. I saw that. It looks great. It's just a little on the price side. Little on the price side. But you know what I'm going to be doing too? Like I just bought this Ninjago toy. I'm really, really excited to draw it because it's like this mech. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So, but also, you know, I'm going to be doing things like, you know, one thing I've avoided drawing on this channel is drawing things like wrestling. I'm going to be drawing some more wrestling. I know Comic Book Bob just got excited there. I really want to do a Bloodline piece. I really, really, really want to do a Bloodline piece. So maybe in the next few weeks, we could do something like that. It'd be nice to do like a whole Bloodline. You know, have The Rock, Rikishi in there, Fatu, the Wild Samoans, like all of the Bloodline in wrestling. A lot of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's something I kind of always wanted to do. So now's the chance for me to do what I want to do. You do what you want to do. I'll just fix this one thing in the cape here, and then I think that's it for this particular drawing. But we will be continuing this drawing in another live stream, guys. In another live stream, okay? I was hoping to do 3 characters today. I still might be able to. But we will see. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Would I do? Mario says, would I do an MMA related drawing? Maybe. Probably a little less likely though, because I'll be honest, I haven't been following MMA. Like I was there for the big hype back in the you know, the Ultimate Fighter days, like back then. But these days, not as much. Though I am trying to get my kids into more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now. But we'll see. Never say never. Ew, I just messed that up. I messed up that hand. I messed it up. And that's okay. Okay. Just fix just a little bit more in here, and then we're going to move on to the next character here. Okay? Now, again, you guys want me to answer your questions. I am going to be answering more questions in the next live stream, which will happen in a few minutes. In a few minutes here. But yes. Yes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay? All right, my friends. This is... I'll just do like a nice pan here. This is my glow up. This is my glow up Mickey Mouse here. Whoa, look at this guy. This guy. Don't meet this guy in the back alley. There you go. He can rip you apart, and he's got magic. Stay away, Superman. Now, on this side here, I'm going to be drawing another character. What will that character be? You guys will find out in a second. So stay tuned. Watch your feed, and we will get to the next character right now. All right. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a minute.